Pass it to my boys Carlo and Polo. Real heads listening, not just to the intros. Knowledge of the realness, y'all should really feel this. Always down the ball, hard on y'all's witness. This here's really for the real fan, for those who've never really been bandwagon fans. Listen to the real talk straight up from the stands.
Banchero!
Ano yun?
Banchero! What's up, guys? You are watching a special
Bancherific.
A Bancherific episode of From the Stands.
Our muse for tonight.
Our muse for tonight is Chris Banchero.
Yes.
Yes. And because of the shocking, completely took everyone by surprise sweep of the Alaska Aces over the Star Hotshots, I said that if they swept, I would Banchero. Carlo, the graceful person that he is, said that if in honor of Chris Banchero of Alaska, he would also Bancherized.
Ako, ayoko na ma-op.
That's a perfectly valid reason. But hey, we're going to do as much as this episode with Chris Banchero as possible. Pero as per Carlo, sumasakit na yung ulo niya dahil sa headband. Is it cutting up the circulation to your ano?
I now have a special appreciation for Chris Banchero. Kasi ang ganda ng nilalaro niya. To think may sumasakal sa ulo niya.
parang may may dalawang daliri na sa temple mo.
Parang nakaganon siya eh. Parang si Kurgan
naka-ano siya sa'yo.
It's like Yusef Taha playing with all that hair.
Yeah.
As in, if he shaved it off, tataas siguro mga 2 inches yung vertical niya.
Then maybe he'll be able to finish a shot from inside.
Yung mga layup lang
prong, yung mga alahoy.
Baka pwede nang tapusin. Baka pwede na.
Hey, maybe that's going to be part of his development next year.
Pwede.
Maybe he'll finally get a freaking haircut.
And make a layup.
And make a layup from inside when it counts.
You went to town on Taha.
I love Yusef Taha. 6th man of Alaska. Hey, to my left is Paulo Bustamante.
What's up? I'm wearing a bra strap on my head.
You are. To my right is Carlo Pamintuan.
Banchero hair.
My name is Chuck Araneta.
Bancherized.
And if you'll notice, medyo may laces pa yung white ko. For the record, si Paulo yung pumili nito. And now you know what kind of a person he is.
I cheaped out on you guys. I want the cheapest 3-pack of headbands that I could find.
Tig-20 lang yata ito eh.
Oh, sorry.
Bro, sa convenience store mo ba ito binili?
Chong, naglalakad ako sa Mega Mall, sa patawid ng Star Mall. Alam mo yung nagbebenta doon sa
Sa taas! Kaya pala basaan, naulanan.
Sorry.
Gets. Okay, enough of us. Let's talk about the currently ongoing semifinals matchup, which is the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters and the San Miguel Beermen. My God, this has been a really tremendous series so far. We've had two NSD Never Say Die performances from both teams. The first one, San Miguel coming back from what was a legendary Paul Lee game. And the second game naman, it was Wendell McInnes just basically
bulldozing his way.
FUing the entire SMB frontline on his way to 53?
53
points and pushing Rain or Shine to a victory after a Jeff Chan Miracle 3. And then
wait, di pa counted, di mo pa sinasabi doon yung 10 3-point shots ni Marshall Lassiter.
Ba't pinapasok mo na naman si Marshall Rain or Shine yung pinag-usapan?
Mamaya natin pag-usapan.
Ikaw, tinitira mo ako palagi para sa mga segue ko, Okay, and then the third game, of course, we saw yesterday on a Monday evening. AZ Reed continuing to just be en fuego, and then a vintage Alex Cabagnot game. Kabagi back.
The Crunchman returns.
The Crunchman is back, no? And yeah, ikaw, what are your initial thoughts on this series so far?
How do you feel about the series?
How do you feel about this series? Why don't you talk about how the series is going?
Okay. Compared to the Alaska Purefoods one, feeling ko yung lalabas dito bugbog na talaga.
Hindi nga!
Oo eh.
Hindi nga.
That's how I feel.
Na-analyze mo yun?
Na-analyze ko yun.
So how do you feel about that analysis?
Rain or Shine.
What?
Rain or Shine. Let's talk about Rain or Shine.
Let's talk about Rain or Shine. I said this on Twitter. I just want to say a special shout out to Jervy Cruz. Jervy, you're my main man. USD pa lang tinotournament mo na yung Ateneo and I have high respect for you. Pero bro, if you did not want to guard Junmar Fajardo, you did not have to throw an entire TV on your Bigfoot.
Pwede namang,
Bro.
Pwede namang, ano na lang pulled groin na lang
Yun bang yung parang maawa tayo sa kanya na injury?
Can you imagine?
Pero binasag na yung ano niya
Can you imagine na yung choice ni Jervy was either tell Coach Yeng that he did not want to do what Coach Yeng asked of him and break his toe.
He chose to break his toe.
He chose to break his toe.
Yun din daw kasi yung mangyayari kung maapakan ni Junmar Fajardo.
Ganun din.
Inunahan na niya.
Apparently, John Mars the size of a CRT TV. Yung mga Sony Trinitron pa.
Yung may cabinet. Yung may sariling cabinet.
Yung Trinitron na CRT. May sticker pa sa side. So rain or shine, basically, we know that, we have to give props where props is due. Rain or shine is the only team that went from a finals in the previous conference to back in the semifinals now. I mean, Alaska and SMB got eliminated very early in the Commish Cup and
nag-team building sa Bora.
And Togetex, nag-early vacation na sila. Kota na sila. But rain or shine. But rain or shine is a team that no excuses, next man up, and they're standing toe-to-toe with SMB. The reality, though, is that they're down 2-1 in this series, and with the loss of Bo Belga, with the loss of Jervy Cruz, they're basically having to rely on JR Kenyahan and Wendell McInnes to defend Junmar, and Raymond Almazan, who just cannot stay out of foul trouble this series. I guess the question I have for you, Carlo, is na-expose ba yung lack of front court size ng rain or shine? And that do you feel that with the lack of size, that's really going to be the barrier for rain or shine, to eventually break through and be a championship team?
I don't think they lack anything. It's just that sobrang malas nila as a team. Because tignan mo yung series nila versus Togetex in the Commissioner's Cup. If they had an 80% healthy Jeff Chan, that could have been a very different series.
You have a floor spacer.
Exactly.
Floor spacer,
and if you move back from that, if you think about the series with San Mig Coffee in the Governor's Cup, if you had a healthy JR Kenyahan, it could have been different. As in, yung rain or shine, aside from Alaska, sila yung dalawang teams who do not rely on big moves to stay consistent. They've built a philosophy with their respective coaches, Compton and Giao, and pinaninindigan lang nila yun eh. I really respect what those two teams are doing. Yun nga lang, right now, Alaska's healthy, rain or shine's not. Alaska's in the finals, kaya nahihirapan yung rain or shine.
But here's the weird thing about RoS. RoS has... Is it fair to say RoS has the deepest lineup in the PBA?
Functionally, yeah.
1 to 15.
Yeah,
They can all contribute. But the thing is, they've really been beset by a lot of injuries.
Yep.
And that's a strange thing. Eh? I mean, you'd think na, coaching doesn't have a player who averages 30 minutes na local. But yet, these things just seem to happen over and over again to rain or shine. And the thing is, I mean, you can plug in a Kenyahan, but going from a Belga or a Jervy to a JR Kenyahan is still relatively a big drop-off. Eh? And that's a problem for rain or shine.
Okay, rain or shine functionally meron their lineup works kasi they have, yun nga, next guy up, you said. I mean, JR Kenyahan won't back down, Raymond Almazan won't back down. These guys will just continuously step in and ask what's needed of them. But skills-wise, iba-iba rin yan eh. Jervy Cruz has that mid-range jumper which JR Kenyahan doesn't have. Bo Belga, people, for some strange reason, still fall for a shot fake and then he'll attack the basket face up. So these are like skills that Kenyahan might not have or Almazan might not have yet. So yun yung nagiging different dynamic ng team. Even though they have next guy up, if they lose a guy like Jeff Chan, you don't have that caliber of a shooter also to replace him anymore. So even if they're functionally the deepest team, they still rely heavily on everyone in that team for them to be successful. And that's, feeling ko, that's what's holding them back. Eh. Na, I see them now with Wendell McInnes. And I can't help but think back of when they had Jamel Cornley. And this is a rain or shine that can be a championship contender if they actually had a low post threat na consistent. Eh. Yun yung feeling kong, yun yung remember last week when the question was, what's the difference with Rain or Shine now and and from previous championship experience or whatever? Feeling ko, nothing eh. And that's why I feel that Rain or Shine is held back somewhat because of that.
So are you saying that eventually Rain or Shine, they have all of these assets? They have 15 standout players. Do you think it's time to sort of consolidate already and cash in some of these chips and maybe try to limit the rotation? But again, that goes back to that's counter to what Coach Yeng's philosophy is. Because I feel like even if they get a Tautua or a Troy Rosario, he's still gonna play like 15 to 20 minutes for Rain or Shine.
Exactly. So, just how Paulie is playing, 25, 26 minutes for Rain or Shine?
So, what's the solution? Is it a change in...
Ang sa akin kasi they shorten their rotations when it comes to the finals. When it comes to semifinals, they end up shortening their rotations rin.
But they started T.Y. Tang. They gave a lot of minutes to Uloa and to Jair Ibanez.
Meron silang mga funky lineups. Pero when it comes right down to it, they play the most minutes to the best guys available. It's parang preservation, kumbaga, to the best guys available. But I feel like if you get someone like Troy Rosario, someone who can face up or finish close to the basket and have him partner up with Paul Lee in the pick and roll, doesn't that give them a more potent attack than Bo Belga Paul Lee pick and roll? I'm thinking without having to get a Wendell McInnes or a Wayne Chisholm in their import. They can vary it up now. They can be like San Miguel and get a do-it-all swingman or a shooter, di ba?
Here's the, let me play devil's advocate. I would say actually that despite wala si Jervy, despite si Bo, the bigs have been handling their own.
Yeah, sure.
They've been able to somewhat not control, but they've been able to sort of limit Junmar in check. He's gotten offensive fouls, he's gotten blocks, they've gotten rebounds over him. It's the backcourt of Rain or Shine which is actually healthy. They are the ones that are being let down, and they are the ones that are being outplayed by San Miguel.
I've said this time and again, Paulie will always be there. He's consistent. I mean,
but Paulie's also injured.
He has 2 bum ankles now, which is sad. But even though na-injured siya, ang ganda pa rin nung nilalaro niya.
Yeah.
Para sa akin,
not as efficient, pero yes.
Para sa akin talaga, Rain or Shine turns from contender to favorite when Jeff Chan is playing better. And he's not right now. 6 points in game 2, 13 points in game 3. They need more from Jeff Chan.
Sure.
Siya yung kaisa-isang pwedeng tumira alongside Marshall Lassiter in that entire
in terms
lineup.
of shooting.
Yes. They can't get anything yet from Ryan Aranya, who could be, a Ronald Tubin type of player. Yeah. Finally, they got something from Chris Chu in game 3. But you're right. Yung backcourt nila, yung kailangan maging difference.
Sorry, my bad. Solid yun. My bad.
Kailangan
ano pala yung my mic ngayon?
Galing ka tong Middle East or something? May Merskov ba to?
Sorry.
Akala ko lilindon na dito. Akala ko,
God?
Is it time?
Jeff Chan. Inubo si Jeff Chan, kaya hindi siya.
No, but even
backcourt.
But like, the backcourt has lost. There's a reason why Marshall Lassiter made 9 or 10 3-pointers in the game. It's because, he'd leak out to the corners pag fast breaks. Then he just pop for threes with Paul Lee just sort of, titira na siya, rebound na lang. Or, like they do a half-court set polo for SMB, and then Lassiter would have like so much space to still be able to pull up. So, I mean, on offense and on defense, I feel like somehow the backcourt of Rain or Shine is falling short in the series. And that's why they're down 2-1, more than the frontcourt, para sa akin.
No. More than the frontcourt, I agree there. Because you're really working with, Jerkinyan's giving as best as he could.
He's giving everything,
he's giving everything. And Wendell McInnes is really stepping up. I agree na yung backcourt yung pagkulang nila. But I still feel that moving forward for Rain or Shine, it's really, I guess, for me, it's time na you have all of these assets. Like Jericho Cruz was playing well, now hindi mo siya halos gagamitin. So parang you could capitalize on packaging Jericho Cruz and trying to get Troy Rosario or Moala Tutu. I mean, it's better na, for me, it's better that Rain or Shine tries to get that pick or steal that pick kesa sa ang kumuha MVP or SMC group. Diba? That's just my opinion on it.
Yeah, if you're Kia, what possible combination of players would you trade from Rain or Shine would you trade for your number 2 pick?
Rain or Shine's pick and like a package of a lot of other players.
Like what? Jericho
Cruz.
And
if they have to give up Almazan to get...
No, that's problematic.
That's just me.
No, you give up some. You think about giving up Gabe Norwood, I would think.
Wow.
No, I won't give it.
If you're saying if that's the second overall pick and that's Troy Rosario, you have to give up yung Godfather offer talaga for Kia to accept.
Sabagay, they wanted Jason Castro or
James
Yap.
If you're Kia, why would you want a max salary Gabe a second year?
That's more contracts.
Yeah, sabagay.
Hindi siya balance eh. If you're Kia, you're really looking at one really good player or
At
a
the
bunch
cheapest,
of young ones.
okay.
Because financially, it doesn't make sense for you.
So you go the route. Maybe you go the route of trying to get a veteran. Maybe.
They don't. Rain or Shine doesn't get...
No.
Alaska's gig.
Yeah.
Rain or Shine doesn't get veterans and
They develop from within.
Yes.
Built, not bought, baby.
Yes.
Shout out to the Spurs.
Unlike
Ay, di na pala. Di na pala.
Can we just discuss how pissed off you were when Aldridge said
Segue!
Mamaya, dulo. Ask FDS.
NBA ito. Oh, sige. Sige, I'll set you up later.
Sige.
Sige.
Other side of the ball.
Let's go to the other side of the court, to the San Miguel Beermen. The performance. I'll set you up because you were preaching the gospel of Marshall Lassiter as early as the elimination round.
Dude, as early as before he was drafted.
Yeah.
This guy was already tooting his horn.
He was all in.
All in on Marshall
Started calling him
Lassiter.
Zio.
Yeah. Yes. Zio Lassiter. Never forget.
Okay, so let's try to trace the timeline of Marshall Lassiter. He has a decent Philippine Cup. He's okay.
Yeah.
He completely disappears in the Commissioner's Cup. Start of the Governor's Cup, there were rumors he was going to be traded to Ginebra.
Damn it.
For
Who's it supposed to be for?
Barakael?
For Mac Barakael.
Sorry.
No. JC Intal.
Ikot. Barakael to Barako.
Yeah.
So are we saying that this is how badly Marshall did not want to go to Ginebra? Is that what we're saying?
Yep.
Please don't trade me.
No, I will be good.
I will be top 10 PBA player
I will be
material if you don't trade me.
So are we saying that Marshall had this inside him the entire time?
Yeah. I think Marshall had... Okay. I've been a fan of Marshall Lassiter kasi sobrang rare ng shooter sa PBA.
Yeah.
I mean, like Carlo said, besides Jeff Chan, you can count them in one hand. Like all of the shooters in the PBA. And Marshall...
Jeff Chan,
Marshall Lassiter, JV Casio. Done. Okay lang. So yun, I think that Marshall's skill really has been shooting and defense. He's the prototypical 3 and D guy. Because he can attack the basket. And that's why, nung nakita ko yung hint nung galing nung laro niya this conference, inanoint ko na agad. At blind faith, I'm gonna reap this soon or look like an idiot anyway, which I always do. So, at least sa blind faith, mataas yung rewards ko. And, suck it, guys. Suck it! You know what?
What the hell did I do?
You guys crucified me for picking Marshall Lassiter.
We go back to we had different criteria for our pick.
You were saying Govs Cup.
Yeah.
Kailangan nakapikit ng horn. You were saying.
And we said the entire season.
That's Marshall Lassiter for me. I mean, Marshall Lassiter has been crucial. I think Coach Leo Austria finally figured out how to use Marshall Lassiter.
You've been getting a good look at the games, covering it for PB Radio. Is the Lassiter explosions really just a product of how damn good he's been shooting? How good he's been on fire? Or just how horrible Rain or Shine defense has been?
He's been shooting 60%.
That's pretty good.
Almost 60, 57. He's he's shooting better from 3 than from 2.
I mean, if you get to 30% in the PBA shooting 3, that's good.
25% is amazing.
You're a shooter already. Shout out Vic Finisi.
Shout out Nino Cañaleta.
Shout out KG Canaleta.
Sweet shooting days.
Para sa akin, even in the Philippine Cup, they've worked so hard on that corner 3.
Yeah,
As in,
they have.
Palaging corner 3 yung option for Marcio. Yung problema
So
kasi
modern.
ngayon is Rain or Shine is struggling paano nila dedepensahan when Marcio Lassiter is in one corner and Junmar is posting dun sa malapit sa kanya. Because your only option is to double off Marcio. Kasi all the other beermen are threats, Cabagnot, Arwin, and Reed. So, ano yung decision mo? Do you take Fajardo single coverage or do you risk Marcio taking threes?
Or AZ Reed.
Or AZ Reed taking threes. Yung nagiging hirap sa kanila, they vary it up, pero Junmar Fajardo is reading it well. So, kahit na hindi siya yung magbigay ng assist, iikot yung bola, Lassiter will go from one corner to the other, ball reversal, tapos ka lagi.
And that's the underrated thing about Marcio. He's not just a catch and shoot.
Hindi siya eh.
He's a very active player on the perimeter. And that's what I was talking about when we had a dialogue on Twitter. Parang si Junmar, he just sucks in so much just takes so much attention of Rain or Shine. Kumang gravity niya talaga. It draws defenders to him. And it just frees up a lot of space if you don't have someone who can single coverage Junmar, which was supposed to be what Belga in theory could have done, or maybe even Jervy.
The biggest,
Kinyahan is helpless against Junmar Fajardo.
The biggest difference kasi between Bo Belga and JR Kinyahan is pareho silang malaki. Pareho silang
girthy.
Mahirap banggain. Yung susi kay Bo Belga is he reads tendencies better than JR Kinyahan.
Yeah.
Alam niyang basahin kung anong gusto gawin ni Junmar at any particular point.
And that comes from the experience of playing
alongside him, exactly. Yeah. Si Kinyahan, tutulak ka niya eh. Pero I think it ends there.
Yeah.
Kinausap ko si JR before Game 3. Kinumusta ko siya paano depensahan si Junmar for 30 minutes. Kasi nung game 2, nagpapasab siya.
Hey, can't blame him.
Kasi yung saklolong dalawang kamay.
But di ba ako pinapansin ko? Tapos si Young's like, ha?
Eh, wala na akong tao.
Sino pa? Just add also to your point, no? What Belga's also good at is even before Junmar gets the pass,
Banggana.
Para to get him out of his comfort zone. I mean, Junmar will still make the shot, but that extra push, it sort of wears Fajardo down. That's why in last year against SMB, I remember this distinctly. Parang Junmar will get his, but he's exhausted by the time the fourth quarter comes.
Yeah.
And that's probably because, wala silang ibang option throughout the first 3 quarters other than Junmar.
For sure.
Last year, at least.
Because Marcio wasn't playing well.
Yeah. So,
Wait. I just wanted to add to Carlo. Carlo made a great point about Junmar reading Rain or Shine's defense well. I remember a couple of conferences ago when we were talking about Junmar's biggest weakness, and it's 2 of them. Defending the pick and roll and then passing out of double teams. I think he's improved by leaps and bounds in terms of passing out of double teams to the effect na tama si Carlo, kahit na hindi niya ipasa directly dun sa titira, he can find the best person to pass it to para ma-hockey pass, para maikot yung bola. And Junmar's been more patient now. His footwork and his vision has improved. Also, he's benefiting from the system na 4 out yung nilalaro ng San Miguel. They have 4 players out in the perimeter at all times. Tipong he has all the space and all the time to make the decision making. So, as good as Marcio has been playing, Junmar also has been a factor in this in terms of the system.
And it's really just unfair that AZ Reed is just hanging out there.
Yeah.
And it's really unfair that Alex Cabagnot just randomly decides to
be Alex Cabagnot
to be Captain Crunchman. I mean,
to be Global Port Alex Cabagnot.
I mean, that's not fair. I mean, that's mean. Diba?
Game, last ka na.
Hindi, prediction mo na lang.
Prediction?
Prediction. That being said muna.
Pwede na ako eh.
That being said, Polo.
Ay, teka lang, naalala ko yung last week eh. May night terrors pa ako sa last week.
Kaya ayaw ko na magtanong sa kanya eh. No, is this series done Game 4? Or do you see this being stretched out to Game 5?
I think Wendell McInnes has to play like...
Napagod siya, no?
Hindi siya napagod eh. Hindi siya nabigyan ng bola.
Oo. Nung nag-zone sila.
6 shots in the second half.
He still ended up shooting like 13 of 16 or something like that.
Yeah, but he made like 9 of 12 in the
first 3 quarters.
Okay.
Mali ko ba? So ano?
Mali ko ba?
May 5th game.
May 5th game.
I am not betting against the Beerman.
I think this is done. Much respect to Rain or Shine, but I think that
health-wise and everything.
Yeah, I think it's just too much to overcome. We haven't even seen a signature Fajardo game yet.
Yeah.
Diba? Because I have this feeling that Rain or Shine will gamble and stay home on Marcio and AZ Reed for the next game.
And Alex Cabagnot.
So you're gonna have to pray for Kenya.
That's a lot of people you need to stay home with.
Wala pa si Kabagi, wala pa si Tubid, wala pa si Chris Lutz.
Chris Ross.
Okay, medyo masakit yung likod ni Chris Ross.
Diba? Wild eh. Yeah, but I think it's done in Wednesday. On Wednesday pala.
Okay.
I guess we're done with one series.
Alaska na? Alaska na ba?
Alaska?
Teka lang, walk out muna ako eh.
Yeah. No, I need you.
I kind of regret crotch shopping him now.
Yung question na sinulat ni Polo sa pre-prod namin. Si Polo nagsulat nito. Si Polo nagsulat.
For Alaska.
Is Alaska daw the new NSD? Is Alaska the new Never Say Die?
It's a small lineup.
It's a tiny lineup.
But it works.
Look at PJ Simon's face on the right side. Yeah.
What happened? What happened to Alaska?
Yeah. How
Are they NSD?
How did they sweep? How did they sweep?
Sige, start na lang with the... I'll go into...
Ganito na lang. How shocked were you that Star couldn't even get a game this series?
Surprised na hindi sila makakuha ng isang laro. Because I thought...
You think no?
I thought it would be at least a competition. But after game 2, parang ako, this is not going to work for Star. Because Alaska plays at a pace na hindi na kayang sabayan nung current lineup ng Star. As you said, balance yung team. Romeo Travis is the last in terms of minutes played for imports. I think somewhere in the conference, mas mataas pa yung minuto ni Sam Douglas kesa kay Romeo Travis. But then when you need him, like in game 3, to shoot a go-ahead triple, he's there and he's fresh. Compare that to Marcus Blakely, who plays most of the minutes.
Who has to do everything.
Exactly. Pagdating mo ng fourth quarter, ano pang gagawin mo? Yung kalaban mo played 8 minutes less. He's fresh. Yung kasama niya played.
And then he checks Blakely in the fourth.
Exactly. Yeah. I think the biggest problem for the Star Hotshots in the series was hindi kayang bantayan ni Marcus Blakely one-on-one si Romeo Travis. And hindi kaya ni Pingris bantayan one-on-one si Travis. Basically, there was no one in the hotshot lineup who could guard him one-on-one. And when you have to double against Alaska, your problems start.
That was a very
objective
answer.
That was a very rational, Okay, question. If Ian Sangalang was there, do you think it would have been different?
I mean, it could have been different from the very first conference because Ian Sangalang is a more potent scorer on the post compared to any other Star big. Penisi, Taha, Pingris, Sangalang is the best scorer. So yes, because he will have to be defended. Kung hindi Vic Manuel, it could be Romeo Travis. So,
pero in a vacuum, in that series lang.
I think it could have been a difference, but I really can't quite figure out what Star needed to do to beat Alaska at this point. It's just
no. But here's the thing. I think that if Coach Tim had figured out that the jumbo lineup had its moments, because that's what they went to the third day. My God, that lineup was scary as hell. That was James Yap, Vance, Pingris, Blakely, and Yusuf Taha.
Yeah.
That was a huge lineup.
It was.
And it really, kumaga, nataranta talaga yung Alaska nung time na yun. Because they couldn't get looks, they got turnovers. And at that time, I really thought, oh my God, if they can figure this out in the third quarter, Star's gonna get that game. So I feel like when Star went small ball the first two games, it played into what Alaska wanted to do, which is to run and just to get a lot of points off turnovers. And like you said, yun nga, hindi nakasabay. Ikaw, how surprising?
I was surprised. I remember telling you that, as good as Alex Compton is in in-game adjustment, I feel that Tim Cone was a better series adjuster.
He's yung godfather.
But I feel like he never got what Alaska was doing. I don't think he had an answer, especially for Romeo Travis. I mean, he never had an answer for Romeo Travis. And the moment that Alaska decided, which has been early in the season, that they'll run all of their offense through Romeo Travis, you're done. I mean, Romeo Travis can kill you in so many ways na plus ang sipag kasi niya eh. He's the one import like Marcus Blakely can out hustle and out energy all of the other imports. But Romeo Travis can match that kind of energy and match that kind of hustle. So ang hirap rin bantayan ni Romeo Travis kahit na si Blakely pa yung
I think the difference between Blakely and Travis, Blakely is the best in finding a gap in a crease in space to be able to get a put back dunk or offensive rebound. Travis, sa simula pa lang nandun na siya. Like he's already there. He has position. He gets offensive rebound. He gets a defensive rebound. He has great positioning then to block shots and to contest.
Plus mas diversified yung offense ni Travis.
Yeah.
Travis has a post
that's the one.
has a mid-range.
I think that's the one thing that like if Star Hot Shots would want Blakely to improve on something, it would be his outside shooting. Like when he shot that
three.
Yeah,
that absolutely horrible shot.
I was like, wow.
I mean, he was open for a reason.
Yeah, he took it.
And he took it.
He took it.
It was the worst shot possible in that possession.
I was shocked by that.
And para sa akin kasi, the biggest difference remains to be that Alaska is 10, 11 deep at any given point. Yung Star would be 7. And those two extra guys won the games for Alaska. It was Exemeniano, it was Baclao, it was Vic Manuel. And if you're Tim Cone, you won't spend like a lot of minutes trying to devise how to defend Noy Baclao. You just don't. You don't waste your energy.
Or Rome De La Rosa.
Or Rome De La Rosa.
Yeah.
Or Ping Exemeniano. You try to figure out a way how to stop Banchero or JV Casio or Cyrus Baguio. And then when it happens, ano pang gagawin mo? Tapos titingin ka sa bench mo, you see Alain Maliksi, who hasn't played a lot in this conference. And then you expect him to play better in an instant. It doesn't happen that way. Baclao and Exemeniano and Vic Manuel and Rome De La Rosa are all confident heading into the semifinals.
They got minutes.
Maliksi was not.
You go back to the Global Port game. Where Baclao and Exemeniano and Banchero and Rome De La Rosa all got heavy minutes because they rested their starters.
I mean, that's the biggest irony.
Don't go back to that game. That game was horrible. Why would you go back to that game?
He started it. No, that's the biggest irony. I mean, Star Hot Shots hated it that Baclao and all of these guys were playing. My God, mag-end of the world na. Sa ulan. Mag-end of the world na. But they hated it more.
Luha.
Yeah, parang they hate of Star Hot Shots fans. But they hated it even more because it actually worked out. Kasi na-expose sila Baclao to the plays and to the playoff atmosphere entering the semifinals.
You're grasping at straws, right?
No, I don't know. I was expecting a totally different tone for this Alaska talk.
I actually did. I thought it would be. I thought you were gonna get attacked relentlessly by Carlo.
Yeah. Maybe it's coming later when we least expect it.
Huh. Okay.
Sorry, babalikan
I feel like he's just gonna RKO me out of all of a sudden.
Yung may vine.
Pila na siya ma-RKO. Okay. Is Alaska the favorite to win the championship?
Yes.
Over San Miguel?
Yes. Who's still playing? But still, si Don nasa Cebu nagbabakasyon. How can... Paano ko magdodraw ng better picture for you?
When
nakabakasyon si Don Ontiveros sa Cebu.
Di ba? Nakabakasyon siya. Si Marcio, kailangan pa rin labanan si Jaire, si Ryan.
If matapos bukas, Friday first game. If it extends to a game 5, Sunday first game.
Almost a week?
It's a week's rest. No, mga 5-6 days. That's right.
It's almost a week as what he said.
Apparently 7 is close to 6.
Yeah.
Let's go naman to... Did we get everything? We talked about Star.
I'll just go to the NSD thing. Quickly. I respect the Alaska fans that brand it as never quit squad or whatever. Because
respeto na lang sa Hinebra.
Yeah, they respect the brand that Hinebra built na NSD. But I feel like more than pulling a Hinebra, I think what Alaska did was they pulled the Purefoods. They were able to get guys to step up. They were able to get guys to work within a system and share the load on offense and on defense. So in that regard, I feel that Alex Compton was able to take a lot from Tim Cone's strategy. And it's working great for Alaska right now.
Ako, I think to say Alaska did something that other teams have done is a disrespect to what Alaska's actually doing.
Exactly.
It's fresh. It's something that I haven't seen before in the PBA. It should be completely
their own.
Compton's idea.
Exactly.
Ganun yung magpatambak mo.
Ganun kataas yung respeto. As in, if you're up 24 against Global Port, you just have to think na in 2 quarters, I'll be up 50.
Because that's what happens.
Because that's what happens. If you're Alaska, if you're up 25 against Alaska, you expect them to be back in the game after 12 minutes.
Kaya nga joke natin, you just have to keep it close na lang versus Alaska.
Yeah.
I think more than being the new NSD, that we not me mantra is really their identity. That's really their brand right now. And kesa sa ipilit yung new NSD, stick to your own brand. I like what Carlo said.
Yeah, because the we not me thing, because like Abueva could be asking for more minutes, but he was the biggest cheerleader when Baclao, was going 5 for 5 nung second half. Same thing for Travis. I mean, mindset niya, I'm an import, I want to play 40 minutes per game, but
Markada ako ni Lebron.
Markada ni Lebron! Diba? Shout out to Benji Santiago. But alam mo yun, so hey, I'm just happy that Alaska's in the finals. Let's see what happens.
Next. Break.
Take a quick break. We're gonna take a quick break. Congratulations to Alaska. Good luck to Rain or Shine and to San Miguel for Purefoods. We have a lot of questions. Also, we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, let's do some Ask FTS. Chill with us, guys. You're still watching from the stands.
What do you think is ailing local football?
Well, politics.
Should athletes be endorsers?
Yes, why not?
Why did you refuse to be the Ascal's head coach countless times?
I've been there, done that. Too much politics, like I said. Like I posted one time a few days ago, coaching is a thankless job. With what's happening with Michael Weiss, we talked about it already before, personally, one-on-one, and I said, it happens. And I said, you should know that because you worked also somewhere in other countries as well. There's no such thing as a permanent job in coaching, in any sport.
Why do you say thankless?
Well, you're only as good as the wins.
And then that's it.
Plus, of course, there are other factors like disrespect, honor, honesty, and all of this. Because you're just a coach, you're not the manager. You're not the association, you're not the institution. So you, as a coach, you're just an employee. So you're as good only as the wins that you have.
I'm really growing fond of this headband.
It's yours.
Oh, masakit na yung ulo ko, sorry. Hindi ko na kinaya.
I couldn't wear a bra.
Feeling ko dahil sanay na ako gumamit ng panali. So, I'm just gonna keep this headband for the entire second half from the stands. Hey, let's do some Ask FTS. We still have some time to kill. Wala na kaming maisip na topics. So we turn to the best people with the best questions, and that's you guys.
FTS fam.
You
guys. Injured.
Not injured. Okay, first question from Richard at GrownUp2020. I think this is for Carlo. Now that the Star hotshots are out, who's the most disappointing, or who was the most disappointing or underperforming player ng Star?
For this season?
Yeah.
Go season.
For this season?
For this season.
And when we say season, Paul, we mean 3 conferences, ha?
Yeah.
Not just the Govs Cup. 3 conferences.
But Marshall Lassiter top 10.
Of the Govs Cup.
Of the Govs Cup.
Yeah, okay.
I think it's either Pingris or James.
Ooh.
Either of the two.
Okay.
But but Ping has an excuse, eh.
Which is...
He's been playing like basketball for 2.5 straight years.
Sure, pero wala, it's Ping. You expect him to get over it.
Okay, given that, I mean, you have Ping, you have James. These guys aren't getting any younger. PJ's still there, and then you have like this group like Melton, Maliksi Malyari.
Barok.
Are they ready?
I think they are.
I
think they are. I think in the next season you will start seeing more balanced minutes for everyone in the backcourt ng hot shots because
a lot more sanggala.
You can't you can't deny that Alex Malyari is playing his best basketball in the PBA, and that PJ Simon should go back to that sub
role.
Diba? Kasi it has worked better for him, at
It's
least
weird
in the
to see
Governor's
PJ
Cup.
start games.
Parang awkward eh.
Parang weird. Wow. Yeah.
So no need to rebuild.
I think you should move pieces.
That's the question. Yeah, the question din niya. Should Star the Star need to
But
train?
by move pieces, what do you mean?
Right now kasi, I think they need one more big to balance things off. Because Mick Penisi there won't work anymore. I mean, he's, gano'n na ba siya katanda? 39, 38,
50.
56? Something like that.
70.
I think you should move pieces to be able to unclog your jam dun sa 1, 2, 3 position and then fill it with a big.
May logjam, no? That's a weird thing. There's so much youth sa backcourt ng Star, pero yung frontcourt nila, aside
Aging.
from Yusef Taha,
Or Ian Sangalang, yeah.
Thundercats eh.
Kaya nga, kailangan mong, you have to address that issue.
Okay.
All right.
Last question, James, very quickly, James Yap. Is now the time to start asking, James Yap on the downside?
Which Polo has been asking for the past, what, 8
I stopped.
10
I
years.
stopped. I stopped.
You know what? You just answered my question.
I stopped.
Okay, next is from Ralph Sunga. Great question, Ralph. May chance ba na ma-adapt ng PBA yung free agency style sa NBA, which is the restricted free agent and the unrestricted free agent? I'm scared for the PBA kung magkaroon ng unrestricted free agents.
Unrestricted free
That would
agent
be
is
the
crazy. It's
scariest
crazy. No,
thing in the world.
I'll jump in on this.
Sure,
I
go
don't
ahead.
think that will work. I don't think that will work because there's so much magic happening in terms of contracts, in terms of bonuses. You can't control bonuses. Championship bonuses can vary, and it'll depend on the company that you're playing for. It's like that. Wala kang halos restrictions doon, or if ever meron man, a lot of it can get past the radar of the PBA. So if you have an unrestricted, let's say, magically, Calvin Abueva's an unrestricted free agent and Alaska didn't hold his rights. I mean, Ginebra or...
And we read all the news about him being a huge Ginebra fan. Jaworski's his favorite player.
Ginebra and MVP teams and all of these SMC teams can just, Godfather offer him with max contract plus yung mga napag-usapan na. So, it's scary for a lot of smaller market teams that might lose their players.
The unrestricted free agency approach will not work when you have two conglomerates owning 3 teams each.
True.
Yeah.
That's
Can't
also
work. This is meant to protect Rain or Shine and Alaska.
And Global Port.
Okay.
And Barako.
If you want to say that. But, tinan mo yung nangyari.
Blackwater.
Paulie wanted out. Right?
Yeah.
Paulie, before this season, wanted out of Rain or Shine for whatever reason. Because we don't understand it because they offered him max. Saan pumunta si Coach Yeng? He just spread it out sa media. Binigyan namin siya ng max, ayaw niya. Hindi namin kasalanan. And
they have a great team.
yes,
they have all of the pieces.
and it was fixed. Imagine if Coach Yeng did not have that rule backing him up.
Yeah.
In a perfect world, it would be exciting to have unrestricted free agency. But
Calvin Abueva, the decision.
diba? But in the current setup of the PBA, it won't work.
Wait, how freaked out would you be
My God.
if Calvin Abueva was an unrestricted free?
Speaking as a quote-unquote small market team,
Yeah.
that would be the worst thing.
Diba?
That would be the worst thing. Like, all of the draft picks of Alaska would start asking for 1-year deals. They ask for 1 year or maybe 2-year deals, but then
years naman, para
para
umakat muna.
unrestricted sila agad.
and then everyone would just go to Talk and Text or to Ginebra or to whatever. That would be the worst thing. It sounds sexy on paper to have PBA style, NBA style rules, but
Won't work.
if there are things you wanna emulate about the NBA, it's not free agency. It's not free agency.
Let's maybe start with officiating or shooting.
Or maybe even transparency. Okay, next question this is for Paolo from Joel Marquez, Sachi12. Sino po sa tingin nyo ang pupunta sa Ginebra? Or sino ang gusto mo makuha para sa Ginebra for the upcoming draft?
Upcoming draft. I've mentioned it before that Ginebra needs a shooter. It's something that nakulang talaga sa team. And you've seen them, you've seen how Kim Ji-won has
He was great.
Yeah, it was great.
was
I mean, when he finally...
K-pop! Shout out Benji.
Shout out to Benji Santiago.
When he finally found
K-pop!
his stroke,
Barkada ni
sobrang ganda nun for Ginebra. So I feel that
They will get Marshall Lassiter.
yeah. That's really it. You know what? Okay.
How dead will you be if that happens?
I'm more upset that we did not get Marshall than the Lakers not getting LaMarcus.
That's
For
big.
real.
That's big.
For real.
That's big. Or DeAndre or West
Or
or any other.
I couldn't
or
give
Wade,
a crap.
Or...
We did not get Marshall. That hurts. Yun. So Garbo. That's my
Garbo.
Safe pick. At this point, like if you're Ginebra, you don't want anything that rocks the boat. From Richard, Grown Up 2020 for Alaska, who do you think they prefer to face in the finals and why? I would say rain or shine.
I'd say Star again. It'd be so easy.
Or Global Perk.
That's currently
Competing.
Okay.
rain just because wala si Jerbs.
Yeah.
Tsaka injured si Bo.
Okay, I have one. Joshua Moya. Is Alex Cabagnot Gilas material?
Nope.
That was quick. Is he eligible?
Yes.
Yes.
The only reason why he's not Gilas. He is Gilas material in terms of his game, but there are just too many guards that he has to leapfrog.
Okay. Prime Alex Cabagnot.
Sure. Okay, no.
That was quick, ah.
Because Prime Alex Cabagnot also had players over him na kailangan mo lang basahin. That was Jimmy, that was...
Yeah, he just doesn't play defense.
Okay, that's a great point, yeah.
He just doesn't play D. Next is, this one is for Carlo. Don JR. Will Kia trade its second overall pick?
Will they? I think they will ultimately.
Why?
I think they will.
Why?
They will trade?
No, I just don't.
You really think they're gonna
so.
trade a Troy Rosario?
I think so. I think so.
For what? They have to be getting someone like, if they didn't like the offer of Jericho Cruz and pick, what can they be getting for a second pick?
Larry Rodriguez in the second round pick. What?
They can't because Blackwater doesn't have a pick.
Para sa akin talaga, I already
Come on,
said this. The only trade that makes sense is give them a superstar.
Yeah.
Or give that pick to Blackwater for their first pick 2016. And then angle
Work for
a Parks or a Ravenna, someone who could be a superstar.
Yeah.
Because Troy, he's a talented guy. Don't get me wrong, but he as a big, he will not earn you like a bunch of fans.
Yeah.
Like what a Parks or a Ravenna or a Jeron Teng could do.
Or a bunch of wins. I don't like Troy is a great big, but you're still talking about Junmar and Craig Slaughter.
So let's just say that anyone who's better than Larry Rodriguez would be a valid trade.
Well, that would be
That's a great.
That would be ideal. Paul Aldecoa. Do you think that Token Tex needs a lineup change?
no. Why?
Who should they release? Who should they trade?
You should release Larry Rodriguez again just for shit.
They should release. Sino ba to? No, they're gonna get Moala Tautua.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're gonna get Kevin Alas back. Come on, man.
I
They're
think
gonna be a championship contender for the next 5 years.
I think they should just wait for their older bigs to bow out with their heads held high. I mean, hindi na matagal yan. Harvey Carey's getting there, Danny Siegel's getting there, even Jay Wash is getting there. Sa akin, don't do anything rash because you're talking text. I mean, when you want to rebuild, you can do so at your whim. Diba? Parang nag-rebuild ka, you got Kevin Alas and Matt Ganuelas roster in what? You lost. Who did they lose? Canaleta. And Larry Rodriguez. That was how easy it is for Token Tex to rebuild. So why do it now?
Rebuild.
Making it rain.
Sinabi lang ng MVP, guys, rebuild. Okay, boss.
And the walls came tumbling down. Last 3 questions. Lee Enriquez asked, Compton for Gilas! Agree?
Kung payagan ni Fred Uiteng.
Next question! Ito.
Baka kasi biglang magka-injury si Coach Alex na kailangan ipagamot sa China. Yung mga ganun.
Tama.
Mga
Tama.
Bro, paternity leave.
Oo nga pala.
Paternity leave.
Yung asawa.
Next, tanong ni Shumi Schumacher. Ask FTS, tinanong niyo sa akin, would I trade daw Japeth Aguilar for Vic Manuel? I think Shumi's a Ginebra fan, if I'm not mistaken. Or Alaska ba? Alaska. Would I trade if Ginebra offered Japeth to Alaska in exchange for Vic Manuel?
Let me rephrase this. If Japeth Aguilar was offered to Alaska for Vic Manuel, how fast would you say no?
As fast as a hook shot ni Vic Manuel.
So,
That gives us no.
I love Vic Manuel to death.
I think Vic Manuel's a perfect stretch for
No, you know what? I think Japs is
No, okay.
to a certain degree is perfect for Ginebra. You know what I mean? Because like he's just perfect for Ginebra. There's
Okay.
no room for whatever
Wait,
Japeth Aguilar is for Alaska.
No, wait. How gaano ka galing si Japeth magtago sa showers pag alam niyang Abueva's gonna be there? Japeth's afraid of Abueva.
Ooh.
Kahit na magkakampi sila, baka...
my thing for against that Japeth to Alaska is, I've said this time and again, if you have Japeth, you have to play him 30 minutes minimum.
Yeah.
Because that's the only time you'll get enough out of him. You can't play him 15 like what you do to Vic Manuel and expect him to be efficient in those 15
Baka
minutes.
diminishing returns pa kung si Vic Manuel mag 30 minutes sa Ginebra.
Yeah. Vic, they're complete opposites. Vic is best to 20 minutes per
Let's
game.
just clear it up. We're not saying that Vic Manuel is a better player. We're saying that Vic Manuel is a better fit for Alaska.
And again, as I said, all of the Japeth Aguilarisms
Are perfect for Ginebra.
for Ginebra because they have, the people who will be able to handle
So
that.
eventually, no. That's your answer.
Yes.
Okay.
Would you want Vic on Ginebra?
Yeah, I would.
You trade for
Japeth?
Japeth?
Not for Japeth.
See? Everybody happy.
Yeah. Everyone wins except Alaska apparently.
Last.
It's time to ask our last question. Tinanong ni The Fly 32. And this is something that I never thought I'd be asking.
Yeah.
Carlo. Carlo, Pabintuan.
Yes.
Since the day we first met, I had an idea of who you are.
That's why you hated me from day
Swear.
one.
Kaya we started a rocky start tayo. Pero,
Was I wearing a Patrimonio jersey when we first met?
Rey Evangelista.
And that's how we knew.
Yeah. No, ano daw yung feeling na hindi na Purefoods fan? And is this final? Like, is it final? You signed off after Game 3 and you said na you're saying goodbye to
That he was turning in his badge.
Coney Island, to TJ Hot Dogs, to Star, to Purefoods. Carne Norte. Oodles. Is it done? Are you done? Are you really done cheering for Purefoods?
You know what? At this stage of my whatever I'm working with, I'd say for the long term, it's done. But, you know what? Parang if you... Pag 60 na ako, near retirement and everything, who knows? Pag hindi ko na kailangang maging sports writer or analyst or whatever, maybe I can go back to being a fan. But right now, I'm really struggling with the thought of being a fan with my
Letting
current
it out
work.
there na Purefoods guy ka.
Kasi, I have to admit this, every time, kunwari, makakasalubong ko si Jonas Villanueva, kalaban nila Purefoods. Wish him luck. He's a good guy. He's a good friend. Sabihin niya, good luck ba talaga sinasabi mo sa akin, di ba Purefoods ka? It would kill a part of me. Na parang, hindi ako ganun eh. I don't wish you harm or anything. Yes, I was a Purefoods fan. I was a big Cap fan. Pero, I guess when I stepped into the world of the PBA, it killed the fan in me little by little. To a point that when someone called me a Purefoods fan, I'd be uncomfortable with it. I think dumating na ako dun sa point na yun. So, parang why parade myself as a Purefoods fan when Purefoods fans do so much more for the franchise than what I would do. Na ako, pag sinasabihan ako ng ganun, I squirm. When sila pag sinabihan ng ganun, they're proud.
Proud na proud sila.
So, bakit ko pa ibabrand yung sarili ko as that when I don't deserve it? And then, at the end of the day, and this is the most important thing for me, The friendships I've developed being a Purefoods fan would be something I'd cherish forever. I mean, yung mga nakakausap natin sa Twitter, yung mga nakikita natin sa Araneta and the games, parang genuine eh. Totoo yung friendship na binibigay nila sa'yo. And the biggest reason why I decided to end it now is because I want to be that guy for every other team in the PBA and for any other fan in the PBA. I don't want to be, you know, close to just Purefoods fans anymore. Ayoko na ng ganun. I want to be, you know, lately I've been talking to more Ginebra fans, more SMB fans, more Rain or Shine fans. Maybe not Blackwater or Barako, but
They don't exist. Baka na-trade na rin sila to Ginebra.
Baka ganun nga. But that's the biggest thing for me. If what I became for Purefoods, if I can be that guy for all the 12 teams in the PBA, I'd love that. I'd absolutely love that.
Well, speaking as a Alaska fan,
I'd miss that. I'd miss the hell out of those conversations.
Yeah,
Na parang gusto natin magbasagan ng mukha.
that's the one thing.
Sa
That's the
Alaska
one
Purefoods or tungkol sa Purefoods in Ginebra. I mean,
Manila Clásicos won't be the same. I'll
Yeah.
just admit that much.
Yeah, yun pa.
you know what? If Ginebra faces Purefoods in the finals at some point,
Huwag mo ko paasahin. Huwag mo ko paasahin.
I could reconsider.
Huwag mo ko paasahin.
You might go on vacation leave.
I could reconsider.
No, but speaking as an Alaska fan, it was an honor to send you off into the Great Beyond. Alam mo yung scene sa Lord of the Rings, yung sa ending, yung nasa boat ka na, kayo ni Frodo tsaka ni Gandalf.
Mist and shadows.
One shall fall.
I'm going with them.
Hey, no.
No, but Purefoods fans, if you're watching this, just share, tweet all your love to Carlo. I'm sure you guys
I
eventually
love you
will.
guys.
I'm sure you guys will understand. You know, at the end of the day, suma total sa monologue ni Carlo, he's a professional, and he just wants to be professional working for the PBA.
Purefoods is losing an exclusive fan, but the PBA is gaining a hell of a fan in Carlo Pamindon.
Tsaka nandito pa naman kami ni Polo eh. Pang fanboy.
Yeah.
Alam mo, hanap kaya tayo ng isang Purefoods fan na isasali sa atin.
Pwede!
Pwede!
Kailangan natin ng isang Purefoods fan at isang SMB fan. Tapos dito siya, at saka dyan.
We need an SMB and we need the Purefoods and we need a team who actually wants to win fan.
Yeah. A RoS fan.
Yeah,
those
RoS
guys,
fan.
those guys.
And the Token Text fan.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Teams
yeah.
that actually want to win.
Yeah.
You know what? Moving forward.
Let's do this one time. So off-season ng PBA, mag-rotate tayo ng isang guest host that will
Yeah.
try to get someone who can talk to us about the different teams.
Suzy for RoS.
Suzy for us.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
Jot for SMB.
Yeah. Or Nico for SMB.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that we can choose. Let us know who you would also nominate as well. We have one last thing before we part ways for this episode. Masyado ako nag-enjoy sa Chris Banchero.
Nakasuot pa rin sa'yo. Fine.
Banchero Hero Day. So, we decided to make this a contest. So this is the tweet us your best Chris Banchero look
The
on Twitter.
Bancherized selfie contest.
Hashtag Bancherized.
Hashtag
Don't forget.
You've been Bancherized.
Bancherized.
Okay? Ganito lang yan. Simple lang yan, guys. Mag-selfie kayo with your best Chris Banchero look. This is the headband.
Hati sa gitna. Hati sa gitna.
Kiya yung hati sa gitna. Okay. Tweet us or maybe even Instagram. Tag us on Instagram. Our Twitters is the same as our Instagram kasi napaka-original namin. But yeah, if we pick your selfie, we'll give you tickets to the finals.
Yep.
Or if you're a fan of another team, we'll
Next
give you a
season.
ticket next season. You know, we'll figure it out.
At ang pinaka-importante dito,
Yes.
si Chris Banchero yung papapili.
Yun!
Kung
There
sino
you
yung
go.
nanalo. I
There we
literally go to the game
Yun.
and show him all your pictures.
Yep.
Kailangan natin i-shortlist.
Can I come?
Ha?
Can I come?
Hindi ka disqualified ka.
Why? No, I'll be there to show him pictures. Di mo sasali.
Sige.
But you can't touch his hair.
I'll try.
You can fall in love with him.
I'll try.
No, you can promise not to fall in love
I'll
with
try.
him.
You're married.
Promise not to fall in love
No,
with
just
him.
be
Don't
friends.
look into his eyes.
We'll just be friends. I'll just be, hey, Chris, I'll just get your number, you know, so anytime you want to.
Ganun. Ganun.
Oh, sure, you got it.
Chris.
Oh, sure, what's your number? I'll text you. Okay, no. So again, tweet selfie with your Chris Banchero look. Hashtag Bancherized.
Bancherized.
And then tag us on Twitter or on Instagram. The best. We'll give you a week until the next episode of From the Stands. So that's most likely a next Tuesday or Wednesday. Send us your best pictures and then best winner. Chosen by Banchero, you'll get to watch a PBA game live. Cannot wait to see everyone's looks, yo. All right, it's gonna do it for this episode of From the Stands. Again, we want to thank you guys for hanging out with us. Please, please, please tell people about the show. Tell people about the show.
Beg, why don't you?
Napako tayo sa subscribers. Again, we need to hit a certain amount. So tell people about From Stands because we're going to continue to give you the best content that we can. Again, at Polo underscore Bustamante, at Carlo underscore Pamintuan, and at Chuck underscore Araneta. Pahabol?
We good.
We good? We good? All right. On behalf of Polo Bustamante, on behalf of Carlo Pamintuan, my name is Chuck Araneta, and we will see you next week for another episode of From the Stands. Peace, Chris Banchero.
The views and opinions expressed on any program are those of the persons appearing on the program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the New Media Factory. Some programs on this network might include strong images and language and may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.